Good morning, my name is Reverend David Cale. I am minister of the Belfast Jewish community, formerly known as the Belfast Hebrew Congregation, which means that I am the spiritual leader. This is an Orthodox congregation. To be an Orthodox Jew means to live your life by the rules and regulations each and every day. As an Orthodox Jew, we pray 3 times a day. And in big synagogues, there are services 3 times a day. However, Belfast is a very small community, and therefore we manage to have a service every Thursday morning, and we also have a service on what is called Shabbat morning, the Saturday day morning service, and Saturday is the holy day of the week, the day of rest. And we also have services whenever there is a festival, and there are many festivals in the Jewish religion. There is Passover, which commemorates the going out of Egypt. There is Pentecost, which commemorates the giving of the 10 Commandments. There is the New Year, when we believe that God judges us. And there is 10 days after that, the Day of Atonement, when we fast for 25 hours and ask God for forgiveness. And then there is the Festival of Tabernacles. Prior to our Saturday morning service here in Belfast, we have an adult education group for a half an hour where people refresh or get to know about the practical sides of Judaism, which they should be following throughout their life. And in addition, because we are Jewish, the Bible commanded us that there are certain foods that we can eat and certain foods that we can't eat. Being a small community, we don't have the means to provide the food ourselves, so we actually import the food in each and every month from Manchester. Everybody phones up the Manchester supplier individually, and then the food is delivered to the synagogue, and then everyone is phoned up to come and collect it. The important thing in Belfast is to keep alive a Jewish community. The Jewish community in Belfast apparently used to number 1,500 people. The synagogue that we have today is half the size of what it was. The hall where we're standing actually was part of the synagogue, and further down the road there were social halls, classrooms for the children, and a Jewish school. People moved away from Belfast because of the Troubles. It is difficult to attract people back in, and I hope that, please God, I should be able to do that, because at the moment we're more of an elderly community than a young community, and every community needs to have children. It would be lovely to see a Sunday school back in these premises like it used to be years ago, and on a Sabbath morning to have young children making a noise and running around.
And so today I'm working at the synagogue, working with the Jewish community to try and help people understand a little bit about how the legacy of the past doesn't necessarily need to always impact negatively on the future. I'm proud to be here because, not just because it's an open and welcoming space, it's somewhere that I'm also a member of a community here, so it's great to be able to tell the stories of smaller communities in Northern Ireland as well. There's been a huge legacy of the contribution made by the Jewish community here to good relations. We set up schools, we were part of civic life, we had a 3-time Lord Mayor here, and a series of individuals who have made a great contribution to the social, the historical, the political life here. So it's great to be able to show that, and as the community becomes smaller, to realise that it's still a place of welcome, a shared space for people to come to think about what can be offered here, and the difference and the diversity. Regrettably, we've had some considerable anti-Semitic acts here, so we welcome those who perhaps didn't realise that they had a connection to Jewish communities, perhaps a love for the same shared history, through the door, and enables them to see what differences they can make in being part of a better future here in Northern Ireland.
Having been already in 2 other synagogues, I believe it's very important to have interfaith relations. Here in Belfast we have a Council of Christian and Jews, and we have a 3 Faiths Forum. I've already attended some of those meetings. As Jewish people, we recognise that each and every human being was created in the image of God. So as a Jewish religion, we recognise the importance of each of the religions, and we believe that we have a lot to share with one another. We all believe in looking after the homeless, looking after the poor and the needy, and there are many ways that we can work together